All right, guys. So we're going to go over an omoplata option. Whenever you get the omoplata and you can't break the guy down, it's going to be a way to take the armbar off of it because you have his arm isolated. So we're just going to sweep the guy and then take advantage of that isolation. So any way you guys want to get to the omoplata is fine. Doesn't really matter. I come here, I omoplata him. Now whenever I come up, I'm going to glue myself to him nice and tight. Right? I cross my ankles and I straighten out. Once I'm glued to him, I'm going to pull him over the top of me, kind of in a backwards motion, not just straight to the side, but I'm kind of look over my back right shoulder, right? So I glue myself and I look up and over, boom, and now I rotate him all the way over. As soon as I get him to sweep, I uncross and I sit down on his shoulder. I'm pinching my knees as tight as possible from here. All right? So once we're here, if his hands are apart, this is a great option to run. So I'm going to lift his wrist and I pass it right over the top of my arm. I grab his tricep and I pull up nice and tight. I mean, just really locked in here into my hip. All right? His arm is over the top of mine and I lock in. Now, I post out with my hand and I lean over. The reason I'm leaning over is to keep his arm isolated. If I lift up and I'm kind of loose here, Kit takes his arm out and he drags it to the other side of my body. All right? So I'm leaning down. Now he can't get his arm to the other side of my body. I'm going to pivot just on my right foot and my left hand. I'm going to go slow for the first one so you guys can see the motion. I come here, I lift my hips, and I pivot. Now my foot hooks underneath his head, and I flare my knee out towards his hips. I can run real quick to pinching my knees together and taking the armbar, or a little bit safer option, a little bit more secure, as I throw the other leg over his head, and I take the armbar from here. Let's come back. One more time. So we're here, I go omoplata, I sit up and I glue myself to him, right? I'm going to straighten my legs out to make everything nice and tight, and now I look over my right shoulder. Boom. On my elbow, I drag him all the way across. Now once I'm here, all I need to do is pass this arm over, keeping my knees pinched nice and tight, and I lift. I'm above his elbow here. Bend your arm. Right here's his elbow, I'm above. Boom. And I pull it in nice and tight, and I immediately get my stomach to the side of his arm and lean forward. Once I'm leaned forward, I'm going to pivot just on my right foot, left hand. I try and make it a little bit quick so I can get my knee flared out towards his hips before he can sit up and counter. So I come here, boom. I want to be all the way across. Now my foot's hooked behind his head. Like I said here, I can pinch and take the armbar, or throw the leg right over and take the armbar from here. All right, guys.